Good morning, evening, afternoon, and all the other things, times of day. It's Jordan here again from NZ Audio. It's Monday, and that means I'm coming at you with another piece of content. This week is top tips and common mistakes. This is going to be the last one of the top tips, common mistakes series, and then we're going to move on to something very interesting, hopefully. So today we're talking about repurposing content, the tips that I've got based on what I see people doing really well, and also the mistakes where people aren't doing so well. So the first tip being is there's more places you can put content than maybe you think. So explore the different avenues that you can use a piece of content. Spend some time, invest some of your time into doing that, or get somebody else to help you understand where you can use a piece of content. For example, this piece of content that I'm recording right now, I can use it all over the place. I can also use the transcript from this piece of content to help with my SEO and my engagement through that revenue and that, something like a blog. I can use the transcript from this on a blog, and that gets cross-pollination from other places, people, and things. Okay, so think about where you can use a piece of content outside of your normal kind of the way that we're wired, and we often are in a box in terms of what we understand, and we all have a limited amount of knowledge. So do some exploring, do some digging. Where can I put this piece of content? I could put it in one place, or I could put it in 7 or 8 places, and a lot of it's free these days. Almost all social media platforms are free unless you want to go ahead and pay for them. So let's capitalize on that and get as many organic reach, get as many organic impressions as we can through our content. It doesn't need to be hugely time consuming, just piggybacking off of that. So you think, oh man, you want me to put it on lots of platforms, it's going to take me 7 times the amount of time that it takes to put on one. That's not true. Look into something like a content scheduler. So somewhere like Social Pilot, a website like that or similar is going to help you manage your timings. It's going to help you schedule across all different platforms, not just doing one, then the next one, then the next one. You can actually use it to schedule all the way through. You can make you can reply to comments. You can do all that sort of stuff through something like Social Pilot. Hootsuite is another one. Have a look. Some of them can be expensive. Some of them can be inexpensive for what you need them to do. But content schedulers are really useful. There are some limitations, so just look into that before you choose one and start throwing your money at it. But if you want to save time, then it's a really good way to go about it. Tip number 3 is stay up to date with social media. So there's new platforms, the strategies change. What time should I be releasing on certain platforms? What type of content should I be releasing? Stay up to date with that. Look into it yourself. Get somebody else to help you look into it. Make sure you've got an understanding of, okay, I'm putting this piece of content out, but am I doing it at the right times, the right frequencies? Am I using hashtags? Am I using the right hashtags to get the right engagement? Am I doing all those things correctly? And if I'm not, then maybe I should be making a couple of changes here and there. So that would be my last tip, all right? Excuse me. Mistakes. Okay, I always start with tips. Positive guy. Come in and hot with a few mistakes. And actually, really, there's only 1 or 2 here, all kind of rolled into the same thing. So, again, not allowing yourself enough time to consider where your content can be repurposed. So you make something, you publish it, and then you forget about it. You go, all right, there it is. I put it on LinkedIn, and that's me, done. Actually, that's going to equal a lack of exposure, and it could potentially equal lost business because you didn't get in front of all the people you could have got in front of. So if you're in it to make money, if you're running a business and you're doing content from a business standpoint, then make sure you're getting as much organic exposure as you can. Give it some time and thought, because it will be worth it in the long run. That's all. Not many mistakes. I try to keep it nice and simple. Any questions about any of the stuff, fire away. If you can guess where I am in the world, you know the drill. You get 30 minutes of my time. Until next week, we're out.